It's troubling to see how easy things can be swayed on like the YouTube side of things, because YouTube in its infinite wisdom had decided do to basically just be very greedy. And like I said, or mentioned earlier at the beginning of the show, where it was just where they were just constantly pushing, hey, you want your ads on these particular channels because they geared more towards this age range. And they were constantly, there's articles out there where they were sending out PR information to these companies. Say, YouTube, you're the ones that brought it upon yourself. And now you're saying, passing the blame onto its content creators. And unfortunately, there is no other alternative to YouTube. There is, but with the range that YouTube has, it's hard to, because there's Vimeo.
I was going to say, I agree with you in that aspect, but it doesn't take but one situation like this for that change to occur.
Well, no, there is a change, but the amount that YouTube provides to the world, like the video and storage and the network,
Again, that can change.
It can change, but
very quickly.
But what company is going to come in and say, okay, we have the infrastructure of YouTube and provide our service for free?
Amazon.
Yeah, Amazon, but their focus is on Twitch.
But they could.
They could.
They've already got a video streaming service, so they've already got the bandwidth, they've got the hosting and all that. It's just a matter of having an interface and having it open to users. You know what I mean?
But then again, they would have to.
Facebook could do it.
Facebook. Actually, it is like a well hidden, spoken about secret that there is this ability on Facebook. It's just that no one really knows that it's there or uses it.
There could be other things out there that.
But then again, you still have to obey COPPA.
Yes, but the whole point to this is YouTube passing the blame and not making it easily distinguishable.
Right.
All it would take was another creator who doesn't pass the blame and or makes it very easy to distinguish.
Well, the thing is, let's say, okay, let's go ahead and look at Facebook. Facebook, to get a Facebook account, or even to look at anything on Facebook, you have to create an account. And you have to say, yes, I'm above the age of, or I'm 13 and older. There is ways.
Of course. You're not actually
it's a check
putting
mark.
in, you're not actually putting in any real data
it's a check mark. It's like, okay, you put in your information and it says, yes, I am above the age, or I'm 13 and older.
Yeah.
Okay. Click. And then submit, and then you got a Facebook account. But then there are ways that Facebook can go through and look through the accounts and how their algorithm is situated where, okay, this person is not posting what you would think as a 13 or older. Maybe this is not a true.
Or they would have to allow under 13.
Well, then again, that's a whole nother.
Comes down to
Facebook kids, like YouTube kids.
They would have to lock it down. They'd have to remove the check mark. They'd have to have you enter a birthday.
Well, no, yeah, you have to have a birthday, but then again, you're still collecting information. No, it's I don't know how they would go about it.
Hey, we're not the brains here to decide that kind of thing. We're just
Facebook
spitballing.
Call us. Zuckerberg, how's it going?
We're just spitballing. You know what I mean? There is ways to do it. It's whether or not they want to invest the time and money. There also could be video services that are out there that we're not aware of because they don't have the adoption rate. But all it takes is something like this and enough frustrated people to find.
Oh, there's a lot of.
I mean, technically, if we look at it with not the same circumstance, but it's very much MySpace, Facebook. MySpace was very large. Facebook came in, and all of a sudden, it felt like what was overnight, the adoption rate just flopped over to Facebook, and MySpace went nowhere. It could take something like this with a small hub community that's already adopted this. That's like, hey, tired of YouTube? Give this a shot. And all of a sudden they blow up and they become the household name.
Yeah.
And YouTube goes the way of MySpace.
Yeah, it can be easily done. It's just that every creator that has a channel on YouTube they're on the old mindset of putting all their eggs in one basket, which is not the correct way of doing things. You have to diversify your content.
Yeah, but there's also such a thing as spreading yourself too thin.
Well, a lot of things are happening now is because people are seeing this. Okay, because the copyright system can be easily abused. Your channel is gone, and trying to get an actual person on your channel back via appeal process is cumbersome, to say the least. I mean, it is almost like climbing Mount Everest without any gear, in a shorts and t-shirt. I mean, there are some ways that large companies, not even large companies, are going around and trolling channels. Say, oh, those 3 seconds of something that you posted is ours. And we'll take everything that you make is now ours. And your channel is gone.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then again, you have, I forget what's his name. He created a song that he did and posted up to CD Baby. And he was also trolling the copyright system, where he will go through and copyright strike his own channel to get the monetization. And it's so easy to do. I mean, it's just like, okay, with less than 3 seconds of a song or spoken words, that I know one of the big people that are doing is UMG, United or Universal Music Group. They're going through, and you can just look through YouTube and see how many people are complaining about UMG, or even Junkin is doing the same thing, where they're blackmailing pretty much channels, taking away their monetization, their channels, and there's not much unless you're a large channel like PewDiePie or the larger ones. Yeah, you have that capability or that voice to go to YouTube and say, hey, fix this, because it is, if you get copyright strike, your channel is out for 30 days. Within those 30 days, you're not making anything. That video is no longer there. And if the appeal process, you have to appeal to the person that made the copyright strike, and they don't have any incentive to say, oh, we're feeling charitable. Sorry. So they'll go back and say, no, it's a legitimate copyright. And then you have to appeal that, and then it's another 30 days. And they'll sit on it for those 30 days and say, okay, yeah, you're right. So 2 months have passed. Your video is no longer relevant anymore in the internet day of now. Yeah. So you got only 24 hours that your video is going to either hit viral or disappear. And then your channel is, so you have to keep doing it. And then you keep getting copyright strike because you can't do anything.